Welcome to this episode of Shift. I'm your host, Palmonia Gordon. Thank you for joining us today.
Ready now?
Yeah. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Ordinary People Show. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Sunday.
Everything is in alignment. So, yes, you can quote unquote fail, but there is no failure. It's just the process. It's the process that is testing your strength. So is one, I'm going to decide that I'm going to do this. Two, I'm going to believe that it's possible. And then three, you take the action, because once you start to move, a little baby that's learning to walk, they stand for a minute and they toddle. Oh my God, I'm standing up. Oh my God, I let go. And then mommy coaxes them, come. And they make the first step. And oh my God, I'm still. And then they make this, and they may fall. What do?
They get up.
They get back up right away. Yeah. What do we do as adults if we fall or fail?
Well, so unfortunately, so many of us give up, which is, the not so great reality of what we deal with on a day-to-day basis as an adult. Having that childlike attitude that you're fearless, open,
Absolutely.
is what we could all stem to get more of. I'm sure
that is the key. Being, like Scripture tells you, unless you become a child, what do children do? They are willing to try again and again and again. Don't go over, go under, go through. Find a community, find a support, call someone. The belief that we have as adults, or that you are too busy. I assume you are too busy without making the call and says, hey, can you help me, Jacqueline? Do you have a minute? You are dying to help someone, but you're not sure who. You may feel it in your spirit. Oh my goodness. Like this week, I think this has been the heaviest week spiritually, where I could feel people like, oh my gosh, I was just sending texts. I'm just praying for you, because that's all I could do. Right? Because if I sense you in my spirit, I'll send you I have you in prayer. When you get a community, we have to be willing to be open. We have to be willing to be vulnerable. We have to be willing to be exposed. I need someone because I don't know it.
So, Palomia, now, it's clear to me that you're a leader, and I'm sure that your work has impacted the lives of many, many women. I can clearly see that, and I can clearly see you're on a mission. And this is just going to continue to snowball and snowball and snowball. And God bless you for it. Let's talk about the fact that you put a lot of the things that you were thinking into action. Let's talk about one of the things that you put into action. You went and wrote a book.
Yes.
Tell us about 2 books. Congratulations to you.
Oh, I do have one. There you go.
Hey!
My apologies.
Okay. So, ordered it. Order it.
How appropriate.
Okay. We talked about this earlier. Order it. And so tell us about the experience of writing a book. Listen, and let's not look at this lightly, because I've been authoring 2 books for some time now. And it is not a simple thing to discipline yourself, to sit down and get these projects completed.
Absolutely.
And to be able to transfer your thoughts into words, and then follow through. Tell us what this experience was like when you wrote a book, and what, if any, impact it has had on the lives of others.
Writing my book was, quite honestly, Jacqueline, kind of like giving birth.
Right.
You're impregnated with something. I was on a trip to Oklahoma and I had written my blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Your blueprint is your design for your life. What do you expect to create? It includes your now, your future, your legacy. You can write it all, just as how God said to Abraham, I'm going to make your sand like the shores of the sea. That was his blueprint. That's his legacy.
Right.
Okay? So I wrote my blueprint. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. This is who I want to become.
Okay.
And I read it to the ladies as we were driving on the highway to Oklahoma. It was like maybe 4 a.m. the morning. And they said to me, you wrote that? And I go, yeah. And they go, that needs to be in a book. I'm thinking, we are our worst critics, right?
Right.
No, we're really.
Thank you for stopping by this episode of Shift. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, share the information. But most of all, like the second hand on the clock, take 60 tiny moves that you can come back tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Have a good day.